Have you ever sat there and wondered, how the heck am I going to get color on my eyeballs today? Well, fear not, because today's video is all about that. I'm gonna be showing you 8 different ways to put color on your eyes. It's gonna be great. Also, I have a cat now. So if you hear any sounds or you see something crawling on that little bed behind my head, that's Esme. She's the cutest. Before I do anything else that's stupid, let me go ahead and get started. Alrighty. Oh, let me get my brushes out. I have so many brushes now. I should not have bought this many. Where did I? They keep coming. Oh, no, wait for it. Yeah, that's it. Only 25, it's fine. So just so you know, I'm going to be working with one palette. This is from Revolution, and it is their Forever Flawless palette in Constellation. Here's what the inside of it looks like. It is fantastic. Those colors are legit. I cannot wait to work with this color. I have promised myself that if I ever work with a palette that has a, if I ever work with a palette that has a statement shade such as that one, then I absolutely have to use it if I am working with that palette in a video. So we're gonna see if I can actually keep to that promise. But for the most part for this tutorial, we're gonna be working with neutral shades on the lid, and then we're gonna be adding our pops of color here and there. That way you can see the big difference that they actually make. So, just me being a weirdo, don't mind me. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in. So I think I'm just gonna kind of do one eye at a time because I don't want to be wiping off my eye makeup 8 times. So I'll do, you know, one look on this side and then I'll move over and do one on this side. The first look that we're gonna be doing is the inner corner highlight. So let me go ahead and whip some of this makeup on my eyeball, putting on my neutral shades. The first shade that I'm gonna be working with is this one called Asteroid, and I'm just gonna pop it in my crease real quick, just to kind of get that transition started. And you can basically start this way with any kind of a look. I guess I'll just go in with this shade Universal on my outer corner. Next, I'm gonna go in with this pinkish rose gold shade in Celestial, and I'm going to slap that all over the lid. These shades are performing nicely, by the way. This is the first time I have used this palette as an actual eye look. I've swatched it before, but I haven't actually used it. I just felt that it gave us a lot of variety, and so I wanted to see, you know, kind of run it through its paces, see what it could do. Next, I'm going to take this shade Venus, and I'm going to pop it in my inner corner. I'm just gonna take a really small little smudger brush, kind of swirl it around in there, and then I'm going to try to pack that on my inner corner. I'm just gonna show you this on this eye, and then on the other eye we'll do something a bit different. Brush it off and kind of blend around it. Let me go ahead and take a fluffier brush. We're just popping it right there. And then I'm going to go back in with that Celestial shade, that rose gold shade, on another smudge brush, and I'm going to just dot it right there. Give a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of interest, a little bit of brightness to that area. Okay, so there is that first look, just a little bitty pop of color, you know what I'm saying? So the rest of the eye is completely neutral. You could totally put a black liner on and mascara. I'm not gonna do that for the purpose of the video right now because then I'd have to clean all that mess off and I just can't even imagine. But yeah, so that is our first look. Okay, so for the next look, we are going to do our top liner in a color. So for this, I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is in Cosmic, that purple shade. I love that, oh my gosh. And I'm going to use my typical little sort of smudgy liner brush for this. I just like using a flat top-ish brush. I just find that I can get a lot of precision and I can smoke it out really easily if I want to. So just tapping into that shade on the very end of my brush there, and I'm just going to line. Okay, so that is the second look. We just lined the top of it. You could totally slap a black eyeliner on this kind of further in, just to kind of make it look a little bit more natural. So now you see like the difference that makes in the eye look. This is the same neutral color look on the bottom side, but then we just added that pop of color here or here, and it totally changes the entire look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off, and we're gonna do the next looks. Next look that we're going to be doing is underliner. So on this eye, I have already put my neutral colors. I didn't on this one because we're going to be doing something different in the next one. But to underline this look, I'm going to be using this turquoise color called Saturn. I just love that shimmery turquoise. I'm also going to be using a little smudger brush. This is from e.l.f. This is one of their concealer brushes. So I'm just going to come in here, start at the outer corner of the eye, and just begin working it. If you have issues with your eyes watering after you put on makeup, girl, I am there. What I typically like to do is close my eye as I do this step and just kind of keep working my way around, because a lot of times your eyeshadow can like floof into your eye. I'm also going to kind of wing this out just a smidge. That is sort of the underliner look. It kind of gives you like a Cleopatra look to your eye, but it can also bring out the color of your eyes because it's reflecting like directly into your eyeball. But I really like that. You can also use a matte shade to do that rather than a shimmer shade if you want it to look a little bit more believable. But I kind of like the over the top thing that gives. You can make a look really summery. I love a turquoise for that. But yeah, that is an underliner. Alright, for my next trick, I am going to be doing an all-over look, and we are going to be going with the kind of yellow smoky eye trend right now, and we're going to be using this shade Solar. I'm going to use kind of a flatter brush to apply this, just so that it packs onto my lid really well, and we're just going to slap it on the eyeball. I usually start out here because I like to have the majority of my color or the depth of a look kind of out there. I'm gonna use an even flatter brush and see if I can get a little bit more kick. Kind of digging it in there, you know what I'm saying? Okay, much better. Whew. I'm tempted to go grab my setting spray so that I can really make this pop. Yeah, I'm not really loving what that's doing. I'm gonna use my finger now, and I'm just going to try to whack that on there. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, we're getting better, we're getting better. I'm going back to that flat brush, and I'm just applying it on the tip. We're just gonna go underneath all the crazy. I feel like, I don't know, this is giving me serious like 90s Disney Channel vibes. Anybody else? Kind of trying to scrub off the majority. I kid you not, as I was hoping that somebody would not knock on the door, lo and behold, somebody knocked on the door, and I looked like this. So I went ahead and sprayed my brush with setting spray after I picked up some more product, and as you can see, the color is popping a lot more than it was. So this is kind of the difference between those two looks. I'm a big fan of both of these looks. I think they're really fun. I think that the all over one color look it's just a super easy thing to just kind of throw on and run out the door and look like you tried really hard. It looks really editorial. So my recommendation would be to make sure that that color spreads to the brow bone, it spreads up here a little bit, it spreads to the inner corner and even under the bottom lid, because that's going to make it look all tied together like you actually did a full eye look using just one color rather than just slapping something on your lid and going. So there you go, 2 more looks. Okay, for our next look, we are going to be doing sort of a cut crease-ish kind of look. Don't worry about it, it's just a lid shade that's in a different color family than what you've done over here. So the shade that we are going to be using is this shade. It is Neptune. I might have to spray my brush for this one as well. I'm just gonna go in with that same little flat brush, and I'm going to dig into this color because it's kind of packed in there pretty hard. And I'm going to kind of map out where I want that color to go. I'm gonna relax the eye, and I'm going to come up here with it, right up to my crease. This could wind up looking a little bit wonky. As you can see, when it's relaxed, it's got a few more crinkles than when I stretch it out. So I'm just gonna stretch it out. Okay, and I'm kind of dragging it over in a gradient, kind of making those comet's tail strokes. And what I mean by that is I'm setting down, pulling, and lifting up as I get to the end of the stroke. That way it kind of creates an automatic gradient. I think that looks pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take my my darker shade, that universal, that dark brown, and kind of work it forward a little bit because I left myself a little space. But now I'm going to drag it forward so that I can meld those two textures and those two colors together. I'm just gonna take that celestial shade, that rose gold shade that we've been working with the whole time, and I'm just gonna pop it in here. I would highly recommend, if you are working with blue shades or green shades or purple shades for your eyeshadow look, that you put on your eyeshadow before you put on the rest of your makeup, because it can fall down here and kind of give you the look of an extra little dark circle. But anyway, this is the look. It would look a lot more finished with mascara or eyeliner, obviously. I'm very happy with the way that that shade turned out. It's a gorgeous like cobalt blue. Oh, I love it, love it. Okay, for the next look, we are going to be using the color in our crease, right in this area. For this, I'm going to be using this shade. This is called Jupiter, and I'm gonna be using a looser, fluffy brush for this. It's kind of got longer bristles than my normal fluffy brush. I'm just going to, ooh, okay, we're here for it. We're here for the color. Oh, girl, it kind of is showing up a little bit more purpley on the lid, which is nice. I'm not complaining. That's pretty cool. I just gotta look at my eyes together. I'm pulling those police vibes, you know what I'm saying? And to finish that look, I'm going to come in with Jupiter, that dark brown, universal, and I'm going to kind of darken that outer corner with it a little bit, adding some dimension. Now coming in with that flat brush and that celestial shade, dragging it in, again comet's tail, so that we don't lose that red that we put in the middle of that dark shade and this light shade, because it's acting as our transition shade. Highlight the brow bone, soften those edges. Okay, so there is that look. I think it's kind of neat, but I think it looks cool kind of peeking out, you know, it gives it kind of a, you know, saucier vibe. So I think it's a neat look. Okay, so for this eye look, I am going to apply my neutral shades a little bit differently than I've been doing so far. I am going to take that first neutral shade, an asteroid beigey shade. I'm going to apply it, but I'm going to sweep it over here into the inner corner area, and then I'm also going to kind of sweep it down onto the lid. Basically, this spot right here is going to be the only spot that doesn't have this color on it besides my brow bone. So just kind of sweeping it around, getting that good transition going. Then I'm going to take my darker shade, that universal shade, and I'm going to start on the outer corner with it and just kind of stamp it in. And then I'm going to take it right where that other one was going, right below it. And I'm just going to kind of work its way all the way around, kind of keeping it towards the outside, I guess. The look we're going for is kind of like a halo effect. So you kind of see that we're creating like that spotlight. Then I'm going to take one of these little smudger brushes, and I'm going to grab this purple shade right here, Spiral, and I'm going to pack that on that empty spot. And if I have to wet my brush again, I will do it. But I am going to use that comet's tail sort of all around, so it kind of gives that halo effect, like it is a light and it's shining into the darkness of the rest of my eye. Okay, I'm actually going to just spray my brush. That way I make sure that I'm getting full pigmentation. This is about to blow me away, I can feel it. Ooh, girl, yes ma'am. I kind of like it. It's, you know, kind of a surprising way to add color. Kind of an interesting take on like the normal smoky eye thing where you would normally put it on the inner half of the lid. Now you're putting it kind of in the middle. I think it makes the eye look a little bit bigger, a little bit, I don't know, it draws attention to itself a little bit more because the light naturally falls on that part of your lid. Totes my goats. Okay, for our final look, this is actually, I think this is the easiest one to do, honestly. At least it is for me. We are going to be using a different product. This is a turquoise liner. It is from Wet n Wild, and it is in the shade Sapphire and Ice. I just have it quite sharp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the waterline, and that is this part of the lid on top, right next to my eyeball, right behind my lashes. But yeah, there you have that. Just a colored liner inside the waterline. So, okay, y'all, so as you can see, I've kind of finished off my look. I went ahead and evened out both of my eyeballs. I went with the 8th look because honestly, I think that one is my favorite one. But go ahead and comment down below your favorite one, or if you use any of these looks or techniques, go ahead and tag me in a picture. I am at Wardrobe Walker in pretty much all social media channels. Please go ahead and tag me in a picture. I would love to see how you recreate any of these. Let's be friends, girl. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like or subscribe down below. It helps me out a lot knowing that my videos are being seen. So apart from that, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me, and I will see you again very soon. Okay, bye!